Okay, oh man, I'm here writing my blog on history of autism. This will be a multi-part um, videos. Um, they'll be on different months. Most of them will be in April, but we'll start with the first one on autism. Um, People on the spectrum during the 30s, 40s, 50s, and 60s. A lot of us got a lobotomy done. It cannot be done today because, it's against the law to do it and it's against human rights because it takes away your dignity, takes away your frontal lobe to make decisions. And there's a lot of victims that are still alive from that because they got it done when they were like 3 years old in the 60s and then they're still alive today. Um, That's why you should not joke about lobotomies. Even that hurts me because I know that as um, back in the 60s they would have did that to me. The first country to outlaw lobotomies was the USSR in 1955. Then Germany, um, East Germany in 1960, and then West Germany in 1961. Canada didn't do it until the United Nations all agreed to outlaw it in 1970. That's when Canada did it. Stopped doing it. So yeah, it was a wrong thing because they thought it was a cure. They thought autism was a disease, and then they thought that was their cure, but it made it worse on us because we couldn't make decisions anymore. And yeah, and that's the reason why Special Olympics was created, because of what happened to the Kennedy sister. The Kennedys advocated to end lobotomies forever, not be allowed to do it, and if any country does do it, they will not be allowed in the United Nations. So, yeah, today it's frowned upon to do that. Um, and in the 70s, if I went to school, they would have put me into an institution because I have autism until 1979. And in 1979, they did the Inclusive Education Act. They still would segregate us out. That was not until the 80s where they advocated more for people with autism, people with other disabilities, not to be segregated from classrooms anymore. And they reamped IPP, which is Individual Self-Program, Personal Program. It's for each individual. And with autism, they used to do electric shock therapy on us too, because um, they thought it would calm us down, but that would make our senses go even worse. Um, I'm just trying to advocate why you shouldn't joke about lobotomies, because um, there's a lot of people on that list that they did it on, and yeah. And when I was a kid, I used to have a bad temper, but not anymore because I was taught not to have that. And if I feel really angry, don't be um, violent. So I'm not like that anymore. I still get angry like everyone else. It's a normal human emotion. Like if people who got really angry, they would lobotomize you. It was just bad practice for someone on the spectrum and someone else who had anger management problems. But I don't have that anymore. That was when I was a child. I think lots of children have, um, they just don't know how to control their anger much. When you get older, you can. And yeah, I just wanted to show you the history and why you shouldn't joke about lobotomies. It really hurts me when someone does, because that's a reality that happened to people on the spectrum in the 60s, 30s. even in the late 20s, 1920s, late 1920s they did it. People on the spectrum all up until 1969, because in 1970 they outlawed it. Well, I just wanted to show you about this. Sorry this video was 5 minutes. I was just trying to explain why you shouldn't joke about lobotomies. Well, that's the end of the video. I hope you have a good day, night, evening. You are loved and cared about by someone. And I hope you have a good day, night, evening, morning, whatever time zone you're in. And you're allowed to get up and talk about your friend on Zoom. Just send them an email and then on a good day.